Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing some hot takes. So I did this once with my boyfriend. It was a live stream and it was very fun. But today I'm just going to do these hot takes by myself. So he's not home. So we're going to do this alone. So this is a party game of spicy opinions. So it has like things and you either agree or disagree and then talk about it. So we don't need a second player. We can do this on our own. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this smaller packet of cards. I don't know how many we will get to. We'll just have to see. I see one that I already want to talk about. So, we'll start there. It's the one right there. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get through this whole stack. I'm a chatty gal. Okay. So the first one I'm going to do is this one that I saw because I think it's a good conversation. Volunteer hours should be required in high school. I completely agree. So, in Florida, I don't know if it's all of Florida, but I went to school in Florida, and they had where I don't like the way this bow looks. Anyway, they had Bright Futures scholarship. So for that, you had to do a bunch of volunteer hours and like all kinds of stuff, and then I didn't even get the scholarship, and I'm really mad about it. But I volunteered at the library, and then they offered me a job, so it's fine. I think volunteer hours should be required for high school, especially if they've never had a job. They need to know how to be professional in a professional setting. And it's just important to give back to your community anyway. I think it would be great if companies would do more stuff voluntary, like maybe you get something for volunteering. I mean, I know you shouldn't get something for volunteering, but I feel like more people would volunteer if they got something out of it. You know what I mean? We're a very selfish people. I am actually volunteering tomorrow. I'm going to the animal shelter and I'm volunteering and I'm very excited about it. It's orientation, so I've never done it before. I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be able to take a dog. So they have this Hound Around Town program where you take a dog for a couple hours around wherever you want to go, either to lunch and they go on the patio, or you go for a walk, or you take them to a park or something, and then you reflect on how the dog did. I'm very excited about it. I don't have my own dog, but I've had a dog, Bailey. If you've been here long enough to know Bailey, oh my god, thank you. Bailey was my soulmate and my best friend, and he was 14 years old when he passed away, so we had a very, very long, happy time together, and I wish he lived forever because he was special. But I haven't had a dog since, and I'm losing my mind. So I figured if I volunteer at an animal shelter, they're all my dogs at that point, because I'm gonna pick a new dog every time I volunteer to see how that dog does out of the pound and everything. So I'm very excited about it, but I haven't volunteered since high school, so it's been 10 years since I volunteered, and I feel like, I don't know, volunteering should be something you do. I haven't done it in a long time, so like, it's empty words, but I do think it's important, and especially if you find a cause that you really care about, like me with animals, or if you really care about feeding the hungry, or if you really care about whatever you care about, I'm sure there's a place to volunteer for it. So volunteer hours should definitely be mandatory in high school. Okay. The next one is psychological thrillers are scarier than gory horror movies. They can be. It's especially because like psychological stuff can happen more. Like, I feel like it's more realistic than a horror film. Like, what are the odds of like a slasher coming around, like a murderer slashing and killing people and getting away with it that long? Um, but someone like messing with your head and stuff, like, that's crazy. Like, that sticks with you. I remember The Perfect Host. That was a great movie. It was a psychological thriller, and it was like, whoa, that's so crazy. Like, it's crazy to think about. Like, that's really his normal, you know? That's his life, and that's wild. Um, Gory horror films are scary too because, like, I don't like the sight of blood or people murdered, you know? But, like, a good psychological thriller can definitely be scarier than a you know, a gory slasher film for sure. Next one is $100 is a lot of money. No, it's not. When everything costs so much, it's not a lot of money. Like, $100 can't really get you anything anymore. If you're like 5 years old, yeah, $100 is a lot of money. But nowadays, $100 is nothing. Nothing. I got paid yesterday, and it's almost all gone. Like, $100 is nothing. So that sucks. It really sucks. Next one is McDonald's is better than Burger King. It depends on what I'm getting. If I want chicken nuggets, well, you know what? Burger King has good chicken nuggets too. But I feel like McDonald's is more classic, and it makes you feel more welcome. Like, it feels like home to me, which is weird. Like, it feels like if I don't know where to go, I'll go to McDonald's. But Burger King always they have wraps, and McDonald's got rid of their wraps, and we will never forget about that. So it depends on what you're looking for. But I do like McDonald's, but I also really like Burger King. But you can't say that McDonald's doesn't have the best soda. It is the best. There's nothing like it. And Burger King has the Freestyle Coke fountain thing, which is arguably the worst Coke machine you can get. The Coke is disgusting, and the only way that it is something I can drink is if it's vanilla Coke, and I don't always want that, and sometimes it tastes flat. So the Sprite is good, but it's very limey. Have you noticed that? The Sprite from the Freestyle Coke fountain is very limey. Anyway, you can't go wrong with a good peach soda, or like a peach lemonade, or like a strawberry. The flavored ones are good, but the plain ones, like the plain Coke and the plain Sprite, it just doesn't taste right. I don't know. Next is time is a construct. I'm not smart enough to understand what that means. If you mean that it's like man-made or something, I don't think it is. Like, it's like a real thing. Time moves and people die. I don't know. Anyway, everyone should be required to take etiquette classes in middle school. I don't know about middle school. Well, maybe. I would think more like elementary school, and then again in high school, maybe. Like, elementary school, learn, I don't know, like, does anybody even care about that stuff anymore? But, like, please and thank you and stuff like that, that should be taught in elementary school. And I think middle schoolers are gremlins, and I don't think they would take it seriously if you were like, okay, now say sir and ma'am. Like, they wouldn't. And they're too old at that point to change. So I think etiquette and stuff like that should be taught in elementary school. And I think in high school, there should be more classes that actually matter and less classes that don't, because I didn't learn anything about how to be an adult in high school, and that's a shame. Paper newspapers and magazines will be obsolete within the next 50 years. I'd say within the next, like, 10. Yeah, absolutely. The only reason why I ever buy a magazine as if Taylor Swift is on the cover. And I don't read newspapers. I work in a library, so we have newspapers. I get the newspapers every morning and I put them out. But the only people that read them are old people. So I think within the next 10 years, nobody's going to read anymore. Which is kind of scary to think about as someone who wants to be a librarian. Like, but libraries are always going to be important. Like, even if it does go more technological, there's still going to be a need for a public library, so it's fine. Next is middle names are pointless. I think they are. Like, I like them, and I like the thought of, like, making up two names for a kid, but, like, whoever goes by their middle name? Well, my dad does, but, but, like, who goes by, like, their full name, you know? Like, that's crazy. I guess, like, yeah, if you want to pick between the two, you have more to pick from. But, like, I don't understand what the point of a middle name is. What's the history of the middle name? I don't care. Anyway, I'd rather live in a tiny apartment in a great location than a huge house in a terrible location. I've done both of these. So, well, not a huge house, but I pretty much my first 25 years, well, there were a couple years in there that I was somewhere else, but for a long time in my life, I was very far away from everyone I knew. In Maryland, I was in this little town called, should I say that? Anyway, I was in a small town that was really far away from everybody, so I never got to see my friends really, and it was really annoying because it was like 45 minutes to anything. It was pretty. It was on the water. It was a pretty house, but I value convenience more than I value anything else. So I do kind of agree that I'd rather live in a tiny apartment in a great location because I want to be convenient. And then when I moved to North Carolina, we were in the middle of nowhere again, so I hate being in the middle of nowhere. I would, like, here, we are not in a tiny apartment, we're in a smaller sized house, and it's in a pretty good location. We're like 15 minutes from the highway, we're 10 minutes from anywhere you want to go. We're close by to Orlando, we're close by to the beaches, we're in a really good spot here, and there's a reason why I left to be here. So yeah, location, like they say, that really makes a difference. Next is trigonometry should not be taught in high school. I don't care. As long as it's not required, I don't care what you learn in high school. As long as it's something that you can opt out of. I went up to Algebra 2. That's as far as I've gotten. So, as long as I don't have to do it, you can teach whatever you want, honey. I think there are people that can understand it and they want to learn, and good for them. I don't know what trigonometry is. I don't know what that entails, but it sounds like something that smart people would do. And if they want to do it, go ahead. You go right ahead. Next is women are kinder than men. I don't think so. I don't think gender has anything to do with your heart. I feel like maybe they mean like, I feel like women have, at least most of them have like a maternal instinct, and like they are able to care for people better than men, in my opinion, but I don't think they're nicer. I think they have more empathy and they feel more than men and they understand more than men. I I feel like men can be quite selfish, but I don't know if they're nicer. I've met some nice guys, and they're truly good people. Like, and I've met some really crappy women. So it really has just to do with who you are as a person, not who you have as genitals. I don't know. Halloween is the best holiday. Halloween's a good one. I don't think anything's better than Christmas, in my opinion. Halloween is very fun. It's like the turn of a season. It's not hot anymore. It's exciting. You're getting ready for Christmas, and it's like we are that much closer to Christmas. Halloween's like the kickoff of the holidays, but I don't think it's the best one. I think it's fun. I like to partake in Halloween stuff, but I don't think it's the best holiday or my favorite. I think Christmas is really special. I love giving gifts and I love getting gifts. So Christmas is great, and I like it, and it's nice and cool outside because I live in Florida and it's very hot. So Christmas. Next is camping sucks. Camping sucks. Absolutely. Yes, camping sucks. I hate outside. I'm trying to get better about that, but like when you live in Florida and it's that hot outside and it's moist, it is thick out there. So imagine being in a tent with no air conditioning in the middle of August. With no Wi-Fi and no toilet. Like, why would I do that to myself? I wouldn't. So, yes, camping sucks. I like glamping. Like I've done like taken a trailer to a like a campground. That's fun because you still have a air conditioning and a bed and a toilet and fun. So yeah, like glamping and stuff like that and being in a trailer, that's fun. Camping, no. No. Preheating the oven is unnecessary. Well, the oven has to get to temperature. I don't understand how you would think that an oven would get to like 400 degrees immediately. Like, I think they tell you to preheat the oven because otherwise, like, your batter is done and it's in the little muffin tins and you're just sitting there with your muffin tin just like waiting for the oven to get to temperature. Like, isn't that the point of preheating? Is so that way when you're ready, it's ready? Like, are you gonna stick your muffins in a cold oven and then turn them on? Your timing's gonna be completely off. I don't understand that one. No. Preheating the oven is not unnecessary, especially ours, because ours takes forever to get up to temperature. Imagine just sticking something in the oven and hoping for the best with it cold in the beginning. No way. This one I don't care about. This is Brangelina over Brad and Jen. I don't care. That was before my time. And I don't care about either of them. I did watch, what was that, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Was that what it was called? Was it Angelina Jolie? Was Brad Pitt in that? Mr. and Mrs. Smith? I feel like I watched that a long time ago, and I don't remember. Let me see. Let me look it up. 2005 film. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Man, I'm good. Okay, I liked that movie. I don't remember him ever being with Jennifer Aniston. I remember hearing about it, but I don't remember ever seeing it with my own eyes. And I think Brangelina, it's a cute little couple. They're cute. I don't know. Didn't they have like a bunch of kids? So, I don't know. Anyway, next is dark chocolate is better than milk chocolate. I don't agree. I like milk chocolate a lot better. It also kind of depends on what is on it or in it. Like if it's by itself, milk chocolate. If it has like floral stuff, milk chocolate. If it has caramel and sea salt, dark chocolate. That's really good. Like dark chocolate with salt at all is so good. Oh, that is such a good combination. But I think milk chocolate is better for the everyday consumer. And for me, if I just want a little bite of chocolate, I'm not going to pick dark chocolate. I guess we'll finish on this one. And it's The Moon Landing Was Fake. So I just watched Fly Me to the Moon. Who was in that movie? I'm really bad about famous people. I don't know anybody who's famous except Taylor Swift. So, who was that? Scarlett Johansson? Is that right? Let me look it up. Fly Me to the Moon film. Hello? Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum. Wow, I am on fire today. Wow. That was a really good movie, and I also thought from the start that the moon landing was fake. I feel like they went to the moon, but I don't think they recorded it. Like, what are the logistics of that? How could they have recorded the moon landing in the 1960s? Like, I don't think that could have been possible. I think they maybe, like, orbited the moon. I don't think they, like, stopped there. But, like, I don't know anything about anything, so I'm just making stuff up. But I feel like, how in the 1960s could people have gone to the moon? But also, like, all of astronomy, like, baffles me. Like, aliens? And, like, the stuff that's under the sea. I'm better off not knowing. My brain can't comprehend these things. So, for me, the moon landing was fake. But also, it would be a lot easier for me to just say it was real and not think about it anymore. But I haven't thought about that for a long time until that Fly Me to the Moon movie came out. And then I was like, yeah, interesting. So, that was a good movie. If you want to watch Fly Me to the Moon, I thought it was very good. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. We went through a lot of them. Well, not really, because this is the rest of the pile, and this is the pile we went through, so maybe we didn't get to a lot. I feel like we got through a lot of them, though. But let me know if you want me to do another one of these. This was really fun. I like chatting with you guys. If you want more, like, game videos, I also do self-love, which is, like, reflections on yourself. If you're interested in that, there are like 7 of those on my channel. And if you want more hot takes, I have a live stream with my boyfriend. Otherwise, let me know in the comments that you want more. And I mean, I have plenty more of these cards. Hopefully they'll do like an expansion pack or something and we can do more. Also, there's this game called Mixtape that I really want to get. So I love games. So like these games in specific, so hopefully I'll get more of these and then we can play them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, check out my Patreon. Okay, bye.